Hey man, what it is? This is Dame, and I am your host, and this is By Any Means. There go the Cash App, $ Dean by any means. Show your boys some love. Show your boys some love. There go the PayPal at Dean by any means. Y'all already know what I'm about to say. I don't care if you leave $1, $10, $1,000. It is much, much, much appreciated, y'all. We gonna get a little controversial like we always do, and I'm sorry to my supporters, to guys I like, even to the guys I don't like. Y'all gonna get this work though, because I'm about to show people how people are flaming hypocrites. I've never called nobody a duck ever in boxing, never, not never. And then I picked them to beat the guy that I say that they're ducking. That doesn't make sense. If you've heard Dean call anybody a duck ever, I didn't pick them to beat the guy that I said that they was ducking. Never. Not one time. Can you give me an example of when you, that's listening to my voice, has said somebody was ducking another fighter, but the fighter that you said is ducking, you picked them? Then that means you don't believe in what you're saying. Let's get this notion of what a duck is. A duck means you are scared. It's nothing else. It means you do not want to fight this ex-fighter. And if it's not for the money reason, because that's the only way I will give you an out. Because if you saying, well, they offer me something, but it was a low ball, so I ain't taking it even though I'll beat the guy, I'll let you get away with that. But anything else, switching a weight class, making a guy switch a weight class is not a duck. Period. Giving somebody 48 hours to make a decision is not a duck either. That's called bad business. Period. Because then if I go by that logic that y'all try to use with Ennis, then Gervontadavis is a duck. Because none of the other fighters at his divisions want to unify with him. Other guys at the higher division are saying they want to fight him. He should be able to move up and down weight classes. Matter of fact, he already went to 140. But that don't make sense, though. What I didn't know he was doing is Gervontadavis has a set of rules, but they don't apply to nobody else. I'm the biggest Gervontadavis fan you know. That can't go through customs. Sorry, Gervontadavis is not special in that way. Ennis is the only fighter in boxing we are asking to do something that we're not asking of any other fighter. And then you know the part that's pissing me off more? Y'all the same people trying to call Ennis a duck for staying at 147 because he want to achieve and have accomplishments and unify and undisputed. But then y'all use that the different argument against Gervontadavis. Dean, when he going to unify? Why he don't try to get undisputed? He's a prospect. Why he not doing this? Why Devin Haney has accomplished more. Then y'all try to use accomplishments to fit your argument when it fits your argument. And then when Ennis is trying to accomplish things that we said we hold high in the air as a fighter, because y'all say the man not a superstar, so what should he be trying to do to get leverage? Shouldn't he be trying to get undisputed and get belts if you think that he's not a superstar? Talk to me, people. I'm just asking, acquiring minds would like to know. Then people talking about, well, Dean, him and Vergilortiz is a big fight. No, it's not. It would have been the second fight on the card in Saudi Arabia that y'all not even talking about no more. Y'all not even talking about that card or Vergilortiz. And most of y'all got Madrimov beating Vergilortiz. Where was all this energy for people ducking Boots? If you want to say Boots a duck, cool. Just make sure I could go back in the comments or go back in your videos and see you calling everybody else that was ducking Ennis, including Vergilortiz, a duck. If you don't got those videos, you're a hypocrite. If you don't got those comments and comment sections, you are a hypocrite. Dame has never called somebody a duck and then picked them to beat the person I say that they are ducking. Never. It doesn't make sense. It means you don't believe what you are saying. You're just talking. Oh, Deem, I think Ennis, I don't think he's scared of Virgil. I don't think he's scared of 154. I don't think I'm not just going to pick those guys at 154 to beat him, but I think he's a duck. How much sense do that make? Can somebody tell me how much sense that makes? It makes absolutely none. If you think Ennis is a duck, continue to think that. Don't try to switch sides. I don't want to hear it. I'm not hearing nothing, and make sure you put your money up. Deem, I bet my money. When I talk trash and I make bold statements, I stand on it. I don't hedge my bets. If you heard me calling Lomachenko a duck, it's because I think he's scared of Gervontadavis. He don't want to take that loss to him. If you heard me call Shakur Stevenson a duck, I'm not picking Shakur Stevenson to beat Gervontadavis. That's the first time I've heard a fan base sit up there. I ain't never heard one Devin Haney fan say somebody was ducking Devin Haney and then pick the other guy to beat Devin Haney. I have never heard that. And then y'all trying to tell me Vergilortiz is a star. Who talks about Vergilortiz? Show me the channel that got all of these videos on Vergilortiz. Meanwhile, Brian Norman Sr. got a catalog talking about Ennis. Ennis is on YouTube with a catalog of videos from different content creators. You're only talking about Vergilortiz because it's the Ennis. You're only talking about Brian Norman Jr. and Brian Norman Sr. because it's Ennis. I want y'all to know, they keep trying to say Ennis not a star. Ennis is such a star right now, y'all, that Brian Norman Sr. and Greg Hackett is about to fight because of the conversations. Talk to me. You got people putting cards around Ennis and Brian Norman Jr. Show me where else that's happening at. No, if you telling me, Deem, I think that Ennis is not built like that. I think he don't believe in himself like my man Tunnel Vision was telling me in the comments, but he won't pick against them. Shout out to Tunnel Vision. That is my guy. You think he don't believe in himself? Okay, make sure you stay there. If you telling me you think Ennis is never going to go to 154, okay. If you telling me when he goes to 154, you think he's going to duck all of the smoke there, okay. Then make sure you bet against him. Period, y'all. I'm not hearing it. I'm not hearing no excuses. I'm not hearing no double talk. You won't double talk, Dean. I'm sorry, bro. Stand where you stand. Don't hedge your bets. It ain't no room for gray area. Because that's how narratives get started. People like to toe the line in that gray area. No, stand where you stand. Period. If you ain't putting no money, if you saying Ennis is never going to, like 154 division going somewhere, like the whole 154 division about to retire tomorrow. But when Earl Spence wanted to be undisputed, it wasn't a problem. When Terence Crawford wanted to stay at 147, it wasn't a problem. When Gervontadavis want to stay at 135, it's not a problem. They asked Shakur Stevenson, you ever think about going up to 140? He's by far the biggest 135 pounder. It's not a problem that he stays. And the 140 division is more popping than the 135 division. The 140 division got more competition than the 135 division. So Gervonta should move up. The same thing applies. The other guys in the division not trying to unify. Because Teofimo Lopez and Gervontadavis is a bigger fight than Gervontadavis and Lomachenko. Devin Haney versus Gervontadavis is a bigger fight than Gervontadavis versus Shakur Stevenson, or at least equal. At minimum. So if you think and then this is the other part I gotta address. Y'all sitting up there talking about we don't want to hear Ennis talk about nobody ducking him no more. So then you're letting other people. So if he go to other divisions, you're gonna let other people duck him then. That's what you're saying. You don't want him to say nothing. So Ennis, now you get a pass to duck everybody, I hope you hear it. I hope you hear it, my boy. They don't want you calling out none of the big names. They don't want you saying nobody's ducking you. Okay. So then y'all going to let these other fighters duck them at 154. You see the hypocrisy? So if you don't want to mention it no more, then don't ask why he don't talk. Then don't ask him to call nobody out. Then you should be perfectly fine with him fighting prospects at 154 then. If you don't want to hear him talk about people that's not giving them the fights, then you have to pick one. What side are you on? If you don't want to hear Jaron Ennis talk about people ducking him no more, then that means you are going to allow people to duck him. And you're not going to say nothing about it. Is that helping boxing? But I ain't seen not one of you content creators making videos 2 years ago when Vergilortiz was ducking Jaron Ennis. Vergilortiz is ducking Boachuk right now. Nobody made a video about it. And then y'all kept telling me Madrimov is going to take these fights. They already got a backup plan. That fight with Madrimov got canceled. He's fighting somebody else of lesser competition, like Dame told you, because you will be a fool earth, man, to sit up there and think he's going to fight Boachuk and not take no punishment and then fight 2.5 months later. I don't mind what side you on. All I ask is you stay consistent on that side. If you're going to tell me, Dame, I think Jaron Ennis is a duck. He ain't never going to go to 154. He don't want smoke. And I'm picking those guys to beat Jaron. I'm cool with that. I have no problem with that. Say no more. It's just give me stuff to talk about. Make sure you put your money up, though, when you say it, though. But what y'all not going to do is say, Deem, I don't think he's scared of people at 154. I don't think he's scared of Vergilortiz. I do think he's going to go to 154 eventually, but I think he's a duck. I have never, ever, 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 ever said somebody was a duck and then pick that person to beat the person I say that they are ducking. I have never done that. That is something new in boxing. I'm not letting nobody get that through customs. If you think Jaron is ducking Vergilortiz, cool. Then see what he do at 154. Because this is the other thing. Ain't he trying to fight Brian Norman Jr.? If he get that WBO belt, can't he just challenge Terence Crawford last time I checked? Because y'all told me that's not in the IBF rules. Okay, but he's not only trying to get a belt with the IBF. He already has that one. So what if he get the WBC belt from Mario Barrios? Or Montes Stanionis, I forget which one got the WBC belt. Then what? Shouldn't he go up and challenge Fundora or Earl Spence? Or Bud Crawford might get the fight. He might have both of the belts by then. Ain't that amazing? So like I said, I just want y'all to pick a side, bro. But you're not going to double talk me. You're not going to call a man a duck because y'all are trashing that man's legacy. Y'all tarnishing that man. But then you're going to sit up there and pick him? You're going to sit up there and say you don't think people can beat him? You're not going to put your money where your mouth is? Y'all bet so much. Bet against him then. If you think he's such a duck, and that's what separates me from y'all. You won't find nowhere where Dean calls somebody a duck and then I'll pick that person I'm calling a duck to beat the person I said he's ducking. Never. That don't even make logical sense. I don't hedge my bets. I pick a side, I stay there. And if I'm wrong, I come out and say, I apologize. But what I don't do is play in that gray area. So if y'all think Boots is lying, if you think Boots is a liar, if you think Boots is don't believe in himself, if you think Boots is ducking smoke, if you think Boots is scared of the smoke at 154, I'm cool with all that. Then make sure you bet against him when he get there. Y'all talking about Vergilortiz, who y'all don't even, he's not better than a Montes Stanionis. Y'all forget that, though. Well, Dame, he got sick against Montes Stanionis. That was the last time. Montes Stanionis got sick the first time. What about the second time they didn't fight? None of y'all made videos when Vergilortiz said he need 5 years for Jaron Ennis. I ain't hear one of y'all make a video about that yet. That's cool, though. So it's cool. Y'all got all this energy for Jaron Ennis, but y'all ain't got none of this energy from Brian Norman Jr., Mario Barrios, Montes Stanionis. None of it. Y'all haven't made videos. Y'all ain't harping on it or none of it. When Terence Crawford said he ain't want to fight Jaron Ennis, y'all was perfectly fine with that. Well, Dean, he going to a different weight class. Y'all understood people staying at their weight class then, though. Mighty funny how that works. Y'all already know what this is, though, right? Dean, by any means. And I holla at y'all, Earthmen.